Will you be able to retire? Opinion surveys show that more and more Americans worry that they won't, but the reality is much more encouraging. It's time to rethink the retirement crisis. News headlines make many Americans dread retirement. For instance, a new study from the World Economic Forum claims that seniors will run out of retirement funds within 10 years of leaving the workforce. And this isn't just in America. These reports are popping up in Canada, the UK, and even Japan. It's not surprising that 75% of Americans told a recent survey they believe we face a retirement crisis. But what the headlines didn't tell you is that the study assumes retirees don't receive any Social Security benefits, which is crazy. Once you factor in Social Security, the average retiree savings would last nearly 30 years. The Government Accountability Office reports that half of older Americans have no retirement savings, a claim that's been repeated in newspapers and by presidential candidates on the campaign trail. But the GAO statistic ignores people with traditional pensions, which many still have. If we count traditional pensions as retirement savings, 72% of households over age 55 have retirement savings. That's up 8% over the last 30 years. So things are getting better, not worse. And while working-age Americans are worried, retirees themselves feel increasingly confident. Only 61% of 1992 respondents in the Fed's survey of consumer finances said they had at least enough money to maintain their pre-retirement standard of living. In 2016, it was 75%. And in Gallup's annual surveys, 78% of current retirees say they have enough money not merely to get by, but to, quote, live comfortably. In contrast, only 4% of retirees tell a Federal Reserve study that they're finding it hard to get by. And there's good reason for retirees' confidence. Congressional Budget Office data show that since 1979, the average retiree's household income grew by 104% above inflation, versus just 64% for working-age households. And poverty in old age has dropped dramatically according to the recent Census Bureau research. So all in all, things seem to be looking pretty good here. But that's not to say there isn't a retirement savings gap. It's just not where you think it is. From Social Security to federal employee and military pensions to state and local plans, nearly all government retirement plans are underfunded, with a total shortfall of up to $26 trillion. While people worry about households not saving enough, the real problem is on the government side. And that happens because politicians like to promise benefits, but aren't so keen on paying for them. And so unfunded liabilities continue to rise. Of course, how we fix Social Security can have a huge effect on the economy. Maintaining or even increasing retirement benefits for low-income retirees makes sense. But raising taxes on middle and upper-income workers to pay higher benefits to middle and upper-income retirees, that's both unnecessary and, as recent research shows, could pose a big hit to the economy. The headlines talk of a retirement crisis. The data tell a very different story. Our retirement system isn't perfect, but it's steadily improving. We should build on that improvement, not throw the baby out with the bathwater. To learn more about retirement savings, check out the link to my work in the description below. Also, let us know what other topics you'd like AEI scholars to cover on reThink Tank, and be sure to subscribe for more videos and research from AEI.